Hey guys, Cha-chan here, and today's video is something that I redraw every single year on the 26th of Inktober, October. It originally was an Inktober piece, but I don't participate in Inktober anymore, because I don't have time. Well, I could make time, but it wouldn't be very good for me. Also, my wrists have been hurting recently. Tendinitis, yay! So, that's fun. Anyway, so this year's piece. I should show the previous year's pieces first. So, I started this in 2015. This piece of art is based on the Bill Cipher from, spoilers, it's the Weird Mageddon episode where he's a giant pyramid and he's got the arms and it's all spooky. So that's what this is based on, but it's a humanized version of him that I designed back in 2015. So, let's look at the old art. Here is 2015. Yeah. But, gotta start somewhere. So 2015, then we have 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019. And honestly, I prefer 2019's piece to 2020's piece, so that is a thing. Honestly, last year's piece, I spent a little bit more time on it. I paid a lot more attention to shape theory, and just it turned out better in general. I do like that this year's piece has more dynamicness to it, the pose and the foreshortening, it's a better composition in terms of looking interesting, in terms of angles. Did that make any sense? I know what I'm trying to say, I hope you can sort of understand what I'm trying to say. Whereas last year's piece was better in terms of shape theory, keeping everything very angular and sharp, and just the pose in general was quite good last year, I think. I paid a lot of attention to how all the arms were interacting and all of that stuff, whereas this year I went, can I fit all 6 hands in the frame? No. I spent about 2 and a bit hours on this piece, I think. Something like that. Yeah, probably about 2 hours. I listened to an album by Bear Ghost called Blasterpiece, 2.5 times while working on this. It's a really good album, it's one of my favourites, and I recommend it. It was just some music to put on in the background. I listened to that album on repeat while I was doing my college work when I was in college. I had, a week to do a whole bunch of sketchbook work, just artist research pages and everything, so I just listened to that album and I wrote about 14 paragraphs in 2 days and then stuck everything in, and it was a time. But anyway, that album is free on YouTube to listen to, so you can go and search that if you want some cool music. What else can I say about this piece of art? I used the Derwent graphic fine liners, which are not waterproof and they aren't alcohol ink proof either, so can't really do any colouring. I forgot to do shading this year, so I was like, did I shade the previous years? Nah, I'm sure it's fine. But I did, I put shading, so I should have done shading this year, but I didn't, so oh well. Something to keep in mind for next year. Do shading, it'll help improve things. I did consider doing some hatching on this piece, but I was like, it won't really fit with the other pieces if I do that, so I didn't. Other years I've used things like dip pens and ink washes, but recently I've just been doing the fine liner approach with a giant Sharpie that's filled with Copic ink. I bought this giant Sharpie and it cost me £4.50, so I don't want to chuck it out if it dies, so I just refill it with Copic ink and keep using it. So, also my black Copic marker has become gunky and doesn't flow ink anymore. I need to take both nibs out and give them a bath in alcohol ink, or not ink, just rubbing alcohol, see if that maybe fixes it, and maybe I can save my black Copic marker. Maybe. Enough about that, let's talk about the art again, I guess. I don't really have a lot to say about it. It's art, and I don't like it as much as last year's. But it's still okay. well, I'm kind of running out of things to say, so I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. I'm gonna go now before I ramble about things that don't really have any relevance. So I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Links to all my social medias are in the description. Please do not hit the like button, as that probably hurts and it's not very nice, so maybe shake his hand instead. With that being said, hope to see you in the next one, and bye!